I know.
Welcome, and welcome
Where'd I go?
to a Wednesday night edition of KitSZN. I appreciate the flexibility for everyone who is able to join us tonight. We got a fun, busy week here coming up because I'm going to be busy basically Thursday night into this weekend, heading to St. Louis to see this fella this weekend.
Let's go.
And I also have some other stuff going on Thursday night. So tonight it is. So with that, how you doing tonight, Fox?
Oh man, just living the life. Got a haircut finally, so I'm feeling nice and clean.
I got one too.
I know you look sharp. Looking good.
Hey.
And it was my birthday a couple weeks ago, but now everything's finally showing up because everybody ordered from Europe essentially. So it took forever to get here. But yeah, so get some long sleeves.
Nice.
Yeah.
That kit, and we'll get into it a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Show off. It looks almost a lot like South Bend Lions, what their crest used to be, and they had a half like that. Reminds me of it.
Like just a little extra sleeve there.
Extra sleeve. Hey, Michael.
What's up, Michael?
Also, great seeing you this past weekend. Hopefully, Indy treated you well, and I got to see him last weekend. So you went to the Indy 11 game. So that was fun.
I know. I do. Like, that's one thing I definitely miss about living in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's so many, people and friends that I should be hanging out with all the time that, like, I've never met Michael, even though, I'm born and raised in Kentucky, but I haven't lived there since 2019. So It's been a minute.
Hey, all I'm hearing is that we got to bring you back into the area, and we got to do a whole Lexington, Louisville vibes with everybody in the Discord. That's all I'm hearing. So
I'm down.
Let's do it. Anyways, speaking of our lovely people that we kind of talked about here, I want to give a massive shout out to our lovely patrons down below. We couldn't be doing what we do without your support. John Hunt, Frank Anthony, Christopher Cohn, Harry Austin, John Fuller, Michael Foots, Joshua Duder, Noah Telford, Alberto Aguilar, Jeremy Churchman, Stephen Howard, Ryan LaCar, Tim Knotts, Enterprise 30, MOS, Kunal Patal, Olive the Hedgehog. That's probably my favorite name. Andrew Towsley, Madcat Peel, and Ryan Smetzler, and obviously Goals.tv. Thank you so much for your support. Otherwise, we won't be able to do the giveaways that we've done a few weeks ago with the bobbleheads. And we had a few more giveaways coming up, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without your support. So thank you so much. It's the best way to support us. So with that, let's hop into our first kit. And this first kit from Asheville City is all about belief and believing. And for a community that was hit hard last year by the floods that hit Western Carolina and the Appalachian Mountain area in the city, this kit is special to them. So without further ado, here is the Asheville City Believe Kit. And it's right there. There it is. And honestly, Asheville City is constantly doing things like this. They're constantly trying to be different. And as we see a little bit later here with another League 2 team, try to be their own identity.
Mm-hmm.
Asheville continues to do that. And obviously, I don't think they'll ever get a League 1 team, but the way that they produce their kits and their quality and much effort that they've connected with their community, I wouldn't be surprised because they are putting out fully professional kits and great designs that are better than some of the current championship sides. And that's usually my first indicator in teams who are serious.
Yeah, like same. Like especially when a League Two team, because they're technically amateur. They're not playing their players. We've talked to owners before. This is like a part-time job for some of them because it's not like they're producing a huge amount of money.
Right. And at most they're trying to break even.
Yeah. Just trying to be a little bit in the black to do the same thing next year.
Right.
And when the team is putting in the extra effort for a beautiful kit, I mean, then that's exactly what this is. But even some of their more plain kits are still distinct.
Yeah.
And I will always love, I always call it Asheville, but because of the little E in there, but I always love the nice Asheville kits.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the city one comes out to. And, it goes to the name Believe. You could put a little bit of faith into this with the stained glass window and the doves, the peace doves and everything like that. But it goes back to the old story where Noah sends out the doves, brings back the branch, the olive branch, and it has the branches on here. So it's all about after the flood,
which is
there is after the flood. So
on the dot for what
exactly
the president of North Carolina experienced last year. So we obviously know kind of the backstory and what to expect from Asheville here. You want to start us off with your thoughts with kind of actually what this kit, how good this kit is?
Yeah, I absolutely love this, and this is one of my must pickups, honestly. And I know we're not talking about prices yet, but I'm going to do it anyway. Sorry, but they're $65, $65 for a Hummel. I will say it is like the kind of looser Hummels, like they're not necessarily the tight fitting one and stuff like that, but $65. And like I work out and I have an Asheville jersey and I work out in it. Like they're very comfortable, very breathable. So $65 for a really nice Hummel, beautifully customized, beautifully touched jersey, easy pickup.
Right. Easy.
Yeah. Design and aesthetics, I gave this a 5. Like I just look at this and I'm like, that it's beautiful. That's art. My only hope is that it's like honestly somewhere like in a church somewhere close to them or something. I doubt it is because it has the specific meaning to what happened.
Right.
But authenticity and tradition, this is the only thing I knocked off on it. And I don't know why I did. My whole thing is like technically, if we didn't know like the background of this, it could just be a beautiful mural for any city, technically. Like St. Louis just had floods, some other places had floods. So like you wouldn't be surprised if you saw this in Nashville or something. And it's not their colors, like orange isn't necessarily their typical. I know it's the third kit and they're supposed to go out with it's a second kit? Okay. But it's not an away kit.
Yeah, it is. It's their away kit. It's the home kit's the blue.
Is this what they wear every away game?
Because it's a high contrast to the blue.
Well, yeah.
Orange is the highest contrast. So
that's true. It's on the opposite of the circle.
But
yeah, bum bum. Little star. But yeah, so I gave that a 4. But that was it. Like visual details and execution, they hit this on the head. Like everything's so cool about this. I love the stained glass murals. I think they're really cool. I could see if you're not necessarily a religious person or like anti-organized religion, that you might have some sort of like tiff with this.
To be honest, as to your point, I didn't even recognize that as something that was a thing on this kit. I just saw that they had birds on it, and I went with it. And like a stain, like the stained glass that you'd see at a church, but not the religious allegory, potentially with the kit. So.
And that could just be me making connections. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think it's there, but again, that could just be me making connections from my
Right.
past. So
Right.
I could be grasping at straws too. Uh, but innovation and impact, I mean, that's a 5 for me.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love this. And like I said, for $65, this thing's definitely on my must
Pickup
grab
list.
list.
Yeah, this is high on mine as well. As when I rate it from a design and aesthetic, it's a 5. It's perfect. It's what I expect from Asheville. Um, it looks really good, and I love it. It's the type of eye-catching kit that I love to wear outside of my plain white ones that I have. I gotta have the balance like Thanos. You gotta have that balance. You gotta have the plain white kits with a little bit of detail, and then you gotta have the nice, loud, and fun kits on the side to pair up
Like
the two.
Thanos.
Yes, except I'm not choosing it at random. I'm picking my balance. So, um, yeah, so it's a 5 for me. I'd highly want this kit. I'm pretty certain it's on my birthday list. If it's not, I'm gonna get on that. For authenticity and tradition, to Fox's point, as I expect Asheville to be doing something like this and using the color orange as they've done, the one that Fox talked about, it was white with pink and orange. So you got to contrast to blue. Um, I can't tell where if this mosaic, because none of the promo, actually, I didn't see any promos for this.
Yeah,
And I
like
might have to look hard.
how are they not advertising this kit like
I don't know.
a
It
lot?
kind of flew under the radar, and that fits into my later score. And so, and because I couldn't tie it to anything specifically there in Asheville, I dropped it down to a 4. It is a solid kit, and it's definitely something that Zoontight
I'm so sorry.
that would resonates well within the community. I just don't know how it ties directly to their community. So that's a 4 for me. Visual details and execution, I did give it a 4. Um, maybe being a little harsh, but I'm not changing my score. I probably could have given it a 5. I'm not. I didn't, and I'm gonna stick with my gut on that one. So it's a 4 there, but still a great kit. In terms of innovation and impact, it's a solid 4. This kit should be doing really good. It's a mosaic kit, stained glass window. Looks really good. Everything they do is phenomenal. But no one talked about this one. And like when I take innovation and impact, the innovation is up there. This is a beautiful kit. You don't see this, but the impact, I attuned to my social media prowess, and I didn't really see anybody, let alone the team, talking about this kit. And even though I think this kit is actually better than their home kit, yes, as we talked about in the past, home kits tend to be a bit more boring, dull, straightforward.
Right.
They follow a pattern. White kits, they can be a little more fun. That's why I think this kit is actually technically better than their home kit. However, no one talked about it. And it's kind of a shame because this should be getting amplified from up top the Appalachian Mountains over there. And to tell everybody, look at this beautiful kit. So,
Yeah, you're not wrong. And honestly, not to jump in on your part, but like I feel like if you have something this beautiful, you should really be talking about it a
yeah.
lot.
And I didn't hear anything.
Like they definitely put in the work. And I feel like when we're talking a lot, we've talked about like I mean, I joke about this with my boys in Louisville, but you get a boring kit but good marketing.
Yeah.
And
It's
it
the
could just
opposite.
this is the opposite situation. And I feel like they get I mean, maybe it could just be they're a League Two team and they couldn't afford, you know, the marketer. They might just have some intern or something because this is cool photos. They did a good job with the photography
Right.
and stuff like that, but just couldn't put out, you know, Mr. Intern out there just struggling, trying their best.
Yeah. And
That's
yeah.
my biggest complaint. I feel like somebody dropped the ball
Yeah.
on something that could have been awesome.
Could have been. Yeah. And so with that, I give it a 4.25. Fox is 4 or 5. This is a solid 4.5. Honestly, if you are a kit collector and you are unaware of League 2 and W League teams, I beg you to pay more attention to them kit-wise than the Championship, Super, or League 1. Yes, support your local team, whatever level they're in. But if you're a collector, I highly suggest you look at League 2. They're consistently the best kits year after year.
Constantly.
Constantly.
The
And
ones
they're
with
better
their own
priced too.
identity.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a lot of League 2 teams we don't even talk about on the show because
there's a lot. But they're also cheaper too. Like this kit, it's a Hummel.
Yeah.
65. And if they're probably a League 1 team, this would probably been $100 because they would have done different material.
Right.
But yeah, so that's a 4.5 from us with an astounding kit value, given it was $65 at $69.23. And I do believe this is in our top 10, if not top kit value of the year.
As I say, that's going to be a good. Let me pull up my graphic here.
Yes,
because I don't want to mess up the our other thing.
It is number 4.
Yeah, would you say 69? Yep. So it's right there behind St. Louis. Yeah, went out St. Louis. That's because St. Louis is $45. So
correct. So yeah. So as we keep emphasizing, Asheville knows how to make kits. They know how to design them beautifully.
But you're talking League 2 teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's number 1 on our list?
W.
Sioux Falls. Lane United.
Yeah.
Is Lane United? They're League 2,
Yep.
right?
League 2.
St. Louis Ambush. League 2. And then Asheville. And then Asheville.
Yeah. And then Des Moines.
Des Moines. San Francisco. Vermont Green. Just one.
West Seattle.
And then New Mexico United was the only one that was not a League 2 team. And it just got knocked off the top 10 because of the Asheville kit.
So that tells you here, just so everyone can see it. Just y'all can understand, League 2 and W dominates well-designed kits and the kit value game is beyond anything else. So, yeah. I highly recommend checking out these teams. So, back to this kit. So,
I will be right back.
Okay. So I will continue. Boom. So with that is Asheville City SC's Believe kit. Honestly, one of the best of the year. I love it. Looks great. Can't wait to see if I can pick one up. So, moving on. Up next, we're going to stay in the Carolinas this time and head to speaking of Super Leagues, we're going to the Carolina Ascent and checking out their Trailblazer 2.0 kit. Now, my main gripe with this one is it's a beautiful photograph, but I don't like how that photograph is essentially the kit. I prefer my kits, and if you subscribe to my Substacks, I made this exact same point. I made it in words, and I did this also a little bit last week. When you have a beautiful structure, that's rain, or iconic geography, in this case, the mile-high swinging bridge on the Grandfather Mountain, you should incorporate it into a design, into the kit, not turn that beautiful photograph into the kit. And that's where it kind of hurts for me. And I think I can speak the same for Fox here. So while he's gone, I'm going to get into my ratings here. As you see right down below, I did a 2.75 overall, just because of that reason. And I know it wasn't, it just looks really weird to me. And I almost want to say it's AI, but it's not. It's just a photograph that's put onto a kit. And I think it takes away the design to me. So design and aesthetics, I give it a 2. Because the vibes just aren't vibing for me. I actually liked last year's Trailblazer 1.0 better for that reason. When it comes to authenticity and tradition, it is their local place there, that bridge, as I mentioned, on top of that mountain, which is a great nod. I just feel like they could have done it better. And yeah. Visual details and execution, there are no details because this is just a photograph. And I think that takes away from it. And the execution was okay. The photo doesn't even look great on the kit. And I think that hurt the execution. So it's a 2 there from me. But when it comes to innovation and impact, this definitely got a lot of people talking. It does have a beautiful colorway. That purple with the pink, the red, the yellow, and the orange, that sunset or sunrise. Right there on that bridge. It looks beautiful. It looks good. It just has the other issues that I outlined with it basically being a photograph onto a kit. And so, yeah, so that's why I give it a 2.75. And thoughts here, basically think give it the same scores. No, the only difference between Fox and I was he gave it a 3 for visual details and a 3 for innovation impact. But we both came to a 2.75. They have a total of a 2.75. So then next, when we go to the kit value, though, as this kit is being sold for $99 there from Compelli, and with an overall score of a 2.75, this comes out to be a 27.78 kit value. I know we're supposed to get hyped up for the 2025-26 USL Super League schedule season coming up. But if I'm a collector, I am not going after this one. And that would be basically our recommendation based off our scores and its kit value. But hey, you do you. So there's a lot less talking when it's just me, isn't there? Yeah, that is the Carolina Ascent Trailblazer 2.0 kit for 2025-2026. And I'll let Fox speak when he gets back here. But yeah, there's that kit. And now, as I'm here, I'm halfway through tonight's episode. I do want to say, if you like what you are watching and what you're seeing, and you like to see more of this and just want to tell us you enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe to us here on YouTube, as well as Spotify. More engagement, the better. Because, yeah, tonight's episode is all about Southern Sophistication. And what is the stickers a little bit later here tonight. So, with that out of the way, up next, we are hitting up, speaking of stickers, we're going to hit up our next kit for tonight. And that is Lane United FC and their sticker kit. So, this kit, I'm going to be upfront. I love it. It's a fun vibe, even though it is just a white t-shirt with stickers splattered on it. The sticker on the back here that I want to point out, which is my favorite, is right here in the middle, right above the pride flag. It says, "Keep Eugene weird." I love that. Like, you're leaning into your city and whatever vibe that is for you. And I love that. It's truly, truly authentic. And as Michael puts here, RIP Lane United, because you are correct. Lane United is officially dead. Branding is officially dead as of this year. as USL League One team has been awarded to Eugene, Oregon. And the iconic Lane United brand has been put to rest. So hopefully they keep Eugene weird going forward with vibes like this, as they always have done some fun kits in the many years that they have represented the area. So, and with that, let me go ahead and dive right into my score. So I did this a 3.75. Now, Fox gave it a 5, so his is pretty easy. He loves his kit. It's perfect for him. However, you all know me. I'm a bit more of a cynic. I can be harsh when it comes to grading. So when it comes to design aesthetic, it's a solid 4. I think the sticker nature of it kind of takes me out of it from being a kit. And I think that kind of affects my like of the design and overall aesthetic of it. So I give it a 4. When it comes to authenticity and tradition, as I said, is the most authentic way that you can kind of represent yourself is just kind of put some stickers on that represents your area on essentially a blank canvas. In this case, a white t-shirt, like a sticker board that I've done in the past with my stickers I've collected over the years. So it's a 5 there for me. But when it comes to visual details and execution, well, it was executed well, I think, enough. But there aren't really any details. Because they're just stickers thrown onto a white kit. There's no details really in the collar, in the cuffs, anywhere else on the kit. It's just, bam, stickers at the bottom and the front and the back. I don't know how I feel about that. And then because of that, I have a 3 for innovation and impact. I think there is some great impact on the local community, but I don't see there being any sense of innovation here. Everything is kind of thrown out on the bottom, and that is what it is. So it's a 3.75 for me. Bots probably knows why I give him my 3.75 without me even have to say it. Because, yeah, it's a white t-shirt. This would look lovely, and it would look amazing to wear all the time. It's just kind of lacking a little bit of content and a little bit of a design aspect, in my opinion. So, and then Fox's 5.0 with my 3.75 turns out to be a very reputable 4.38. And Lane United came out swinging with their kit game to end their branding careers. So hopefully this new Eugene, Oregon team keeps this tradition. Lane United provided with some great kits down the years and with some really solid branding. So hopefully they can replicate that success in League One. Oh, and there is no tip value for this because as of today, when I checked their website, it is currently under construction. And my guess is because of their move up to League One and rebranding, probably all their websites and all their stuff's kind of going through an administrative change, software change, database change, whatever have you in the background that ultimately has led to this kit currently no longer being able to be sold. So there's no kit value there. So yeah. So with that, that is the Lane United sticker kit. The only team tonight that is not from the South here on tonight's episode. All right, up next, we, as I alluded to, we are going back to the South, and this time going to where our good friend Taylor is situated in Birmingham, Alabama, and this is arguably one of my favorites of the year. Easily one of my favorites of the year. I don't know what has happened to Birmingham these last 2 seasons under Hummel, but these last 2 seasons, they've done really, really good in the kit game, and they continue that this year as we bring thoughts back up here. Um,
Whew,
yeah,
sorry.
but no, you're all good. But before we move on to those last two, I just wanted to hear. I already went through the scores, by the way, Fox, for both Carolina and Lane United.
It's flying.
I go very quick when it's just me. I could probably be like 15-minute show. It's just me.
So it's me.
Uh,
So I'm the issue.
you're
That's
the
on here.
issue. I just wanted to know very quickly, and I can pull up the images here while you're talking. If you had any sort of comments on those two kits, and let me first go ahead and share the Trailblazer kit. Any other thoughts besides your scores? I went through them all.
I mean, it's a nice kit. Like it's very interesting. It's very cool. Like people are gonna like it, especially if you like something that's out of the usual.
Mhm.
But otherwise, it's what we were talking about last week, like slapping a picture on a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So they did a good job at editing it and making it into like that sunrise, sunset,
Yeah.
ascenting. Uh, but it is what it is, and they're that's what they're sticking with though. So that's what they did last time. That's what they're doing this time. I mean, they literally called it the 2.0.
Yeah.
So we know what they're doing. So
Oh, right.
I mean, it's interesting. Like I mean, if you're a collector, you're gonna want something like this too because it's an individual. It's a one of one. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's not my style personally.
Agreed. And I think our scores quite well showed that. So.
Yeah, got the same score.
And then lastly, I want to hear your thoughts on the Rip Lane United
Yeah,
and their
R.I.P.
kid.
Well, speaking of something that is my style, and I kind of wish I would have heard what you said because I feel like this takes your boring white T-shirts that you love so much, and
Mhm.
then they literally threw a bunch of stickers on it, and I love that. Um, you know, it's it's very Oregon. It's very mountains and stuff. Like you see the cars and the stuff like that that have all the stickers on the back of them that show that
Mhm.
they've looked at a mountain before and they've been to these 14 national parks and all that blah blah blah. Yeah, that's what this is, and it's very Oregon, and I love
Yeah.
it. So this is definitely like you don't see it before. I did you say anything about it being like a graphic?
No, I just called it a
Yeah,
white T-shirt sticker board and then stickers thrown on, so it kind of takes me out of the illusion of a design instead of something that's kind of fun and creative.
but the
But it takes it out
design
of the design.
is the stickers.
You
Like
you know what I mean. The stickers made the design. The design isn't with the sticker stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about? The
it's
stickers
both.
make the design without it actually being the design.
That's why I like it. So that's a perfect fit for me. That's definitely a pickup. What was the price on that one again? I forgot
There
already.
is the website's down. It's
Oh yeah, the
maintenance.
free. Uh,
Yeah, no, they're not free. But yeah, so cool. Glad we were able to get your thoughts there. As I said, I rambled quite quickly
yeah,
without you.
yeah. As you can tell, like this week is. I don't think that Carolina kit was the only one that
Everything
I
else
wouldn't
is
have picked up.
yeah,
Everything else is fire.
yeah. I think they're all solid fours besides the Carolina kit. If I look at the rankings right,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
they're all solid fours.
the lowest you got was a you did a 3.75,
But that's basically a
but
four. Come on,
but
round
it's
up.
not.
Look, we'll round up.
All right, where we going next?
Speaking of solid
Speaking of
kits,
rounding
this
up,
kit from Birmingham, Alabama is the newest addition to our exclusive Fives Club because
bum, ba, da, ba, ba,
you
ba,
need both him
ba.
and I to agree on a kit being perfect, but also you need me to not be a little menace and try to nitpick a little bit of everything.
Ruin
So,
everything.
Yes, I've ruined several kits that should probably have been up there, but it's me. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the Birmingham Legion Stars Fell kit. And let me be straight up here. I love a center crest kit.
Thank you. I always get
This
so
one,
much flack for it.
this one I do because the kit manufacturer is also centered. And everything is down the middle. And what I've seen in the past, and I think more teams are adjusting now, when they did center crests, they still had their others on the side, which always felt weird and aesthetically irritates the hell out of me.
Yeah, that was the one issue I had with the U.S. women's team. Because
Correct.
like we came out with the white kits, the Nike and everything was centered, but the issue we had was that we had the World Cup
It's off
um,
to the side.
badge,
It
and
looks
that's off
weird.
to the side. So like the men's kit looks fine because like the
Yeah,
Nike, the U.S. badge is all centered. I mean, it's a boring kit; it's just a white kit with a
but
centered
it
badge.
looks fine,
But
right?
yeah, it looks fine. But the women's one looks a little off if you get the one with the women's World Cup crest on
Mhm.
the side.
Yeah. So I like what they did here, and I'll say this right before you hop on. I don't know what happened to Birmingham these last 2 years with Hummel because something just like clicked and they produced some of my favorite kits. Last year's the Sprite kit, even though it wasn't the highest rated, it is the most me kit. I love Sprite. I'm not a Coke person. I'm a Mountain Dew and Sprite guy. And I love it. And then also the Vulcan kit, they released that alternate kit last year. This year they released the Hunting for Glory kits. Now this one, I don't know what they did. Some switch just got like flipped, and they've been doing amazing. And
They,
I honestly love it.
they sold their soul and they got good kits, but have no results on the field.
hey, I'd rather look. Actually, you know what? I take that back here, but I still want to look good. So I'm
I know.
from
It's just,
me perspective, I'm okay with it.
I know. Like I'm as a Louisville fan, I'm glad at where we're at. And honestly, like our switch to Puma was a nice switch, and we're still playing well. So I'm going to take my nicer templates and walk away.
Yeah, and then my somewhat better templates and designs and taped mid-table. Um, so with this one, as we kind of talked about, this kit is absolutely perfect. I love the motif of going with the stars fell. And for those who are unaware, it is a refers to the 2021 American romantic comedy film called Stars Fell in Alabama, which takes a title from a song, which basically it's about some Hollywood agent going to Alabama, hometown, high school reunion. You can cue all the romantic comedies, all that stuff. Basically,
The Hallmark.
yeah, right. All the hallmark, all that type of shenanigans you'd expect to suddenly fall in love. And this is just a fun nod. This kind of reminds me of when the Indiana Fever did a Stranger Things inspired basketball jersey. So like, be frank, not a lot of things are filmed in Alabama. Not a lot of things are filmed here in Indianapolis. So when we do have things filmed there, lean into it, be like, hey, this thing's about us. So like,
Like
let's
Hoosiers.
talk about it. And this does it. And that is, I love it. And it's also a bit of an Alabama thing. It's uniquely theirs and it's a relatively new thing. So it's not like something that has been Alabama's for like decades. This is something that younger people, which tend to be soccer fans, who are from Alabama, would pick up. I would think that's smart, and it also looks amazing, being in the classic red, white, and blue color pattern with the primarily red, primarily white with the blue with the star. Oh, that looks beautiful. Um, it's a solid kit. So as I'm done talking,
Yeah.
why is this perfect for you?
Yeah. I mean, we don't even have to get into the scores. You can see the
No.
scores. So, uh, one, like you said, center badge. That was an automatic like bump for me. If I love a good center badge, again, like I have a Leicester City one that had a nice center badge. My only issue with that is that the actual design of it is a sash. So it has the center
Weird.
badge. The Adidas is centered, like everything's centered, like you said, but it has that blue sash going through. So it's like it doesn't feel right.
Hmm.
Like I wish more teams do center badges. I know some people are against them.
No,
I absolutely love them. They're,
I'm still against them, but when done right, it's beautiful.
but I
And
feel like
most
like
don't.
you said though, like because of the design of the stars falling, this gives the illusion of the badges, of the stuff kind of falling with the stars.
It kind of reminds me of like what you see at Star Wars, where you see like the credits, it's like rolling, and you see the stars backgrounds.
It should have
This
done yellow.
this kind of reminds me of that a little
I
bit.
feel that. I feel that.
Just had to point that out there as I just thought of that. So,
But like even the Legion badge though is still kind of arrowed
hmm,
down, so like
yep,
everything's facing down.
yep,
So I mean, it fits perfectly to me. There's just nothing I would could fix. Maybe just a little bit more blue going down, a little less white
hmm,
at the bottom.
yeah,
That's a nitpicky if I had to point out something. Otherwise, I absolutely love this kit.
yeah,
And my only issue with it is the price point.
yeah. Which
Just
we'll get
because,
to in a yeah.
yeah, because I just don't have the extra funds to
Taylor,
argue it. Yeah,
Taylor,
Taylor,
garage
help a
sale.
brother out.
Help us,
Crush it.
garage sale. But if I want to be nitpicky about something, I would have loved to have seen red on the cuff. Because you see the red accent right there with the Coca-Cola, which is, the classic red, but the Legion with the white and red crest, which was amazing. And then Hummel being in white and red as well. I would have liked just a splash of that red being on the collar, me on the cuffs, not the collar, because it would take away from the blue
Yeah,
coming
I
down.
like
That's fine.
the deep blue collar.
But
So I'm glad that's not a white collar.
correct,
So they
correct.
did a good job with that.
As am I. But I wish they would have done white. And
Right.
not white, the red here on the cuff. Just that little bit of pop and synergy within the kit design, but I'm being nitpicky there. The biggest problem with this kit is actually not the kit itself, it's the price point, as we talked about. But as we do know, as we learned from Taylor early on, these Hummel kits have gotten an increase in quality. And if you're a fan of not spending a lot of money, that hurts you. So that means these kits got more expensive. So as a result of that, this kit is valued at $99. Top quality, but it's
Mhm.
$99 cheaper than MLS kits. So there's that at
Yeah.
least. Um,
Is that an argument to make though?
I don't know if it is,
I
but
could buy Premier League jerseys for and that's with shipping to America, and that's with the 30% tariff increase.
well, it depends on if you're doing authentic. It's not all teams do authentic
No, most of them
overseas.
don't, but still,
That's what I'm saying. So that is important to note.
I
As
don't care.
by the way, anyway, so with that being $99, and regardless, still a perfect kit in terms of design, it's still a 50-51 kit value. Not the greatest, still really good, by the way, in terms of kit value, but it's helped because this kit's perfect.
Hmm.
If this kit was just slightly worse, that value would be going down.
Oh yeah, and honestly though, like our 10th place right now is at 56.67.
Yeah.
So like it's still not far from the
No.
top 10. Like it's in the upper echelon of a kit value.
Correct.
So this is still like a pickup, but it's one of those like, it's a championship team. It's a high quality Hummel versus the other Hummel that was on here today.
Probably
That
supplemented.
Yeah, that's not going to be the same. It's going to be supplemented. You're not going to feel any of the badges. You're not
No.
going to. It's just going to be a very loose fitting T-shirt. These Hummels are going to have the tech in the fabric that you're going to feel.
Correct mundo.
So
So
it's worth the
yeah,
money if you
one.
like the higher quality.
Correct. And it's worth the money if you're willing to fork out the $100 plus
Yeah.
whatever they did it. So this kit, though, is absolutely perfect, and it's a part of that Southern sophistication that we've started to see, that renaissance from Birmingham and what they've been doing. So that has been the Birmingham Legion Stars Fell Kit for 2025, and I cannot wait to see what they do next year.
Yeah.
So, last kit here for the night is we are staying in the south, but this time we're going just a little bit further up north, and we're hitting up the Richmond Ivy and their 2025 midnight kits. So what's your initial thoughts on this one, Fox?
So if you initially look at this, you're like, okay, this is, I mean, it's clearly an Ivy kit. You know what I mean? Like, this is what they've been doing. I like this one so much more than the one that they did, the other one that we ranked already this year. The Ivy looks less graphic-y. Even though it still looks graphic-y, I don't think it's as good as last year's.
Right.
But it doesn't look as bad. But the one thing that I love about this kit, and it's so hard to see on here, but inside the black area on her right, our left.
I think you can see it a little bit.
Yeah, this one you'll probably see it a little bit better. They have like the outlines of the ivy leaves throughout, and it's on the back as well.
Yeah.
And like that detailing kind of just put me over the top where I'm like, that's a sick kit. I love the collar on it. I like that they went with the light green on the collar and the cuffs. And this is definitely one of my favorites. I'm definitely gonna have to get a Ivy kit at some point because they just keep coming out with banger after banger.
They really do. And my initial thoughts here, and I'm gonna say this here really quickly here. One of my bigger complaints about this kit has nothing to do with what's there. It's actually about what's not. And for me, the biggest thing is that it doesn't have orange. And last year's kits have that, and they are honestly my absolute favorites. Were last year's kits because they donned a little bit of orange, even if it was just like a little bit of cuffs or the collar. It was just a little bit, and just to share with you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this kit right here. How it just adds a little bit of orange, which is, I think, a great touch and something that they're missing from this year. And then if I go back here real quick, even last year's green kit had the trim of that orange. It doesn't have to be a lot because they also removed it from their crest. If you noticed here, it's all green and it's all green. The orange really helped make it pop. And I think that's missing from this kit. But that's just me being picky, as I usually am here. And I really do like this solid color combination. As I told Fox, I keep zooming in. As I keep telling Fox, one of my favorite color schemes is a black with like a decent color.
Yeah.
And in this case, it's
nice
that
pop.
black. Yeah, the black with the green. And this is why one of my favorite Lexington kits was, I think, last year or 2 years ago when they had that black kit with the green. And it was more of a subtle green. It wasn't what they released this year. But it was like a few years back. No, it was like 2 years back. They had the black, and then they had like the checkered black, green. I know it's really good.
They had a plain jersey with the center design.
They did, but it's what Lexington's done, though.
That was the classic Lexington kit until they went with Hummel.
Until this year. So I think that was easily my favorite of it because of that color combination. And this is another example of why I like that combination. So I'm going to jump right into it when it comes to scores. I did give this a solid 4 when it comes to design aesthetics. As I said, I want the orange to be there. And I think you can even see in the background of our KitSZN banner right
Yeah,
back
it's like
there.
right between us and this picture is
Yeah,
last year's
that,
away.
that, that strip of orange, and also last year's Ivy was better. But the design and aesthetics were a solid 4. I really did like it. This does look really good. The black and green looks great. Authenticity and tradition. This is 100% an Ivy kit. You see
Mhm.
Ivy, you know it's them. There's Ivy in every kit. It doesn't matter what it is. Somehow they keep finding new ways to put it in there. And as Fox pointed out in that great detail, the outlined Ivy in the black, which
Yeah.
is a phenomenal touch.
Interesting take though. I just wonder what this kit would look like without the green ivy pieces on her left or right, and just did the the detailing of the green ivy like outlines.
I think that would look too plain.
It'd be. I feel like some of our people on our discords would be like, "I don't see anything,"
Yeah,
because
and I think that's a
somebody
problem.
just came out with that, like the waves kit.
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot who
yeah,
came out with the
yeah.
wave kits just now, but they had that issue. Is like you can't see it, and then like you look at it a certain way, like oh, there's the waves. I
It
see
was
it.
I think it was Monterey. It might have been Monterey.
Sounds like
So,
that.
but yeah, this is authentically them. I did as a solid 4 though for visual details and execution. As Fox pointed out, that detail and the excess there was really great. But my biggest thing is in the lack of details on the Ivy. It's better than their home kit, but these feel less cartoonish, but that still bothers me more than it should. And I take that down to visual details. So, and overall execution. However, and then when it comes down to innovation impact, however, we've seen this from them, the Ivy being used. And it's basically just like a 1/2 kit, essentially what this is. It's basically a half black, half green, but it's with the Ivy. It's nothing new. It will do well. So it got a solid 3 from there for me, and overall 4.0 for me. So
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with everything you said, but like happier. Like design and aesthetics, like I mean, sure, it might have liked it better a little bit if they had the orange, but they took the orange out of the badge as well, so like it's not really missing the orange.
but it's kind of that idea of like I know the orange exists, and now that they've removed it, I don't know how I feel, and it kind of hurts.
Yes, it hurts your feelings.
It hurts my aesthetic feelings. Yes.
So so it's a 5 for me because aesthetically, like this is a great looking kit. Like you see this on a shelf, you're gonna grab it. Like, oh, look at this. Uh, authenticity and tradition, obviously a 5. Visual details and execution, I think they hit this on the head. Like just banged it out of the park. I love the detailing of um, the black section where you can't really see the ivy as well.
Mhm.
Absolutely love what they did with that. I will agree with you that I like the ivy from last year better, but that doesn't mean that this still isn't an amazing ivy this year.
Mhm.
Uh, but with innovation and impact, I had to give it a 4 because we've seen it before. And that's going to be almost the downfall of the ivy at this point
Yeah.
when they come out with their kits for next season, year 3, and it's going to have more ivy on it, unless they do something completely new and innovative with it.
Right.
But it's it's probably going to be a 4 for them now on at the best for impact and innovation because it can only be so innovative if you do it every single year.
Right.
But otherwise than that, like this, besides that, this is a perfect kit to me as well. Like I don't know if I'm just in a really happy mood, but like today, all of them are just like knocking it out of the park. Even the Carolina Ascent one was still like a cool, interesting kit. Just wasn't something I like,
Yeah.
but like it's definitely a talking point.
Yeah.
So hey, we have a
Uh,
Carolina Ascent kit on the other side of this picture.
Yeah, we do. That's the original Trailblazer, which looks better, by the way. Um, so with Bots' 4.75 and my 4.0 did the math, and we did a solid 4.38 for the Midnight Pit. Now we head right into our kit value, and with this being at the lovely Hummel price of $99. By the way, tonight's all Hummel. That was 100% on accident, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's humble.
Yeah, 100% on accident.
Brought to you by our friends. No.
I know, right? Shout out to Hummel. Anyways, $99 for this kit, and with the store that we did give it, it's a still a reputable 44.19 kit value. It's pretty solid. I would recommend going for some of their kits from last year because they're still on sale and they're only $80. So relative bargain.
That doesn't feel like a sale to me. You know what I mean?
It's like $10 off the original price.
Yeah, same thing happened with Louisville. Like, I still don't necessarily want to buy last year's because it doesn't feel cheap enough.
Right, but then so this is the Richmond Ivy Midnight Kit for 2025. Looks good. I'm excited to see what they do next year with the Ivy. So with that wraps up tonight's 5 kits. But however, I want to emphasize, I did talk about a little bit earlier, that we'll be having a new giveaway as of next week. You can get your hands on this kit thanks to our good friends at Sioux Falls City FC. And you can get yourself a large Sioux Falls City half-waist kit with us if you follow the instructions that we'll be giving away next week. So this kit is absolutely amazing. If you don't have a Capelli kit, it fits great. This is straight up crest porn. Again, this thing feels amazing. This fits great. It looks good. And if you are interested in getting one, I stay tuned for next week, as we'll probably do the same process that we did last time with the Marcus Beasley. I kind of like the forum setup, sign up, so people on Spotify can also partake. So this leads right into the kit show off time. I figure I kind of already talked about it. I'm rocking the Sioux Falls City, Pathways kit tonight. Again, massive shout out to our good friends at Sioux Falls City. We will definitely be seeing more of them upcoming, and we'll definitely be seeing them more next year. Y'all have been amazing. Appreciate it. And check out my interview with them earlier in the year. Really dived into the specifics of this kit. So, Fox, as your birthday gifts have continued to trickle in, what are you rocking here tonight?
Rocking my boys from Leicester. Nice. This is actually one of my favorite. This is a Jumba kit. Long sleeve. Got a lot of long sleeves this year. Yeah. Classic crest. This is like a straight up badge back when they were actual badges. And like embroidered in, like actually sewn in. Yeah, not just heat pressed. Trying to figure out what year this is from, because this is still with Puma. There's Jumba. Here we go. 2008, 2009.
What? They're Jacko kits?
Yeah. What?
They're Jacko. Jako.
Oh, it is Jacko. It's not Jumba.
I was like, I think you misspelled, but I'll wait until you said it again, and then okay, it's Jacko.
Yeah, no, it's clearly Jacko. I have a Jumba kit from Leeds. No, not Leeds. Norwich. That's who the J. You know what I'm talking about. But
yes, I do.
This 2008, 2009, back with when we were League One. So, yep, the good old days. We're back.
The good old days.
Yeah. But this season we won League One, got up to the championship.
Yeah.
Then we were in the championship for a few years. Yeah, it's a Jamie Vardy showed up.
Well, I am repping my Luton Town here one of these days, and they're back in League One now. So
yeah.
Hey, but we beat Wimbledon.
Yeah, we're now at AFC Wimbledon.
No, they're good. It's just as long as they're not MK Dons. So, anyways, we're not here for English football here. We're here talking about USL kits that are brought to our attention by you lovely people and across all of the USL ecosystem. So without, honestly, I have nothing else for y'all here tonight. Again, appreciate joining us here on a Wednesday night. I know it's on our normal Thursday, so I appreciate the flexibility with us.
Yeah.
As I plan to see, this guy, apparently I like hanging out with him. So I'm hanging out with him here this weekend. So got a little bit fun plans going on and wanted to do it Wednesday. So without further ado, that is tonight. And as I always say, please try to be respectful, do what you can to be good, and always support your local team. Appreciate y'all. Love you all. And we'll see you next week. Thank you. Have a good night.